One of the greatest skills that you can learn to increase your income is how to listen. Many people believe just because that they can hear that they know how to listen. But when people come up to you, do they tell you that you are a great listener? If you don't hear that frequently and often, then I'm telling you right now, you have to learn how to become a better listener. And a lot of people believe that they want to make more income, but they don't know how they can get a higher income, or they don't know what they can do next, or they don't know how to get that raise or that promotion, or they don't know how to provide a better service or a product. But what you have to do is you have to learn how to listen. And when you learn how to listen, it will be a complete game changer. It'll open up doors for you, it'll open up opportunities for you, and you'll find yourself in spaces that you never thought possible. There are many reasons that you want to learn how to listen, but one of them is that you don't know what the problem is. Many times we make many assumptions and we think we know, when in reality, we don't really know. I was meeting with someone with their talking about church finances, and I was helping them with church finances. And in that conversation, I realized that there was something else that they wanted help with, or something else they wanted support with. And for me, in my mind, I'm in that conversation to help you with resources and finances and give you answers to this. But there's this pain point that you have over here, these questions that you really want to know about. So what I did was I set aside my agenda, what I wanted to talk about, what I thought was the solution, to turn around and to listen to what was that pain point for that other person. What was that other project that was really a burden to them, that they really wanted to know how to do and what to do. And when I helped them with that other project, then they were way more open and willing and ready and excited to learn about everything else that I had to offer. Why? Because I went and I listened to what they had to say. The challenge why many people aren't able to solve the problems that they want to solve, are not able to have the impact that they want to have, and aren't able to get people to say yes to them instead of no, is that people have not learned how to listen. The first step in learning how to listen is to have empathy. Salespeople get a bad rep because many people think they're just all about the money and all they want to do is make a commission. Whether it's someone knocking on your door to sell you a product or a service, or if it's someone that's at a used car lot or someone showing a house, many people believe that people who are there to sell them something are just there because they want something from you. When you have empathy, what happens is you realize that it's not just about what you want, selling your product, selling your service, getting the job that you want, getting a raise, getting a promotion. But instead, what you start to do is you start listening to what is it that the person that you're talking to want. How is it that you care about them? How is it that you're supporting them and helping them? Recently, I was mentoring someone who was in real estate, and they were talking about how they wanted a deal to close and how they wanted to make a sale, and they wanted to work with this person. And I told them, your mindset is all messed up. If you're in it to make a sale, then you will not make sales. What you have to do is you have to learn how to serve people. Don't be more concerned about the sale going through than you are at the person. If you're dealing with a client or someone who you think is challenging or difficult or hard, what you need to do is you need to listen better to them. Listen to what's said and listen to what is unsaid, and then you need to actually care about them and their situation. And when you care about people, it translates. When you care about people, they embrace that and they accept that, and they are more inclined to listen to what it is that you have to say and agree with what it is that you want them to do. So many people go in there thinking about what they want without thinking about what the other person wants. But what I want you to do is that when you listen to people, I want you to listen with the mindset of coming from the perspective of empathy, where you want to help that person out, where you want to serve that person. So once you have empathy, then you need to have emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is understanding what is not said, understanding what is that person's or that organization's or that business, what are their needs, what are their concerns, what are they saying that they really want, what are they not saying, what are they not communicating, what is the body language that they're using, and what is it saying about them in the moment. Once you understand this, then it'll help you to be able to make wise decisions. It'll help you pick up on things that others people aren't picking up on and other people aren't communicating. For example, if someone is a freelance worker or a consultant, and they're going and they're bidding on a project and they want to get a project done, and they talk to the person and the person says, yeah, I hired someone, but the last person canceled on me. So then what most people do is say, oh yeah, I'm the best person to work with because I have X, Y, and Z, and I have this product and that service, without understanding that what that person really cares about in this moment is reliability and dependability. So instead of going into your pitch about what your service is, what your package is, what the prices is, how good it is, instead you should take a moment to reassure them that you are committed, that you are in it with them, and that you are there to see results, and that you are the person that will get the job done. By listening, you're able to take it to a deeper level and help the person out by having emotional intelligence. And then when it comes to listen, a lot of people are defensive. Most of us, that's how we're wired. If somebody criticizes us or something we do or something we say or our work or our commitment, then the first thing we want to do is we want to get defensive. We want to start blaming them. We want to start blaming other people, and we want to make ourselves seem better, so that we can feel like, no, what you're saying is not true. Instead of being defensive, what we have to do is we have to learn how to listen. I know for myself, when I get defensive, then walls go up and I'm not able to fully hear what that person is saying. But when I'm aware about my defensiveness, then the walls come down. And when the walls come down, then I'm able to better communicate. I remember talking about a service that I had and I wanted to offer, and one of my mentors told me, you're going in there and you want to do a 20-minute meeting with someone, you need to learn how to cut your meeting down to 5 minutes. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, 5 minutes? How can you do anything in 5 minutes? But that was the best advice that I could have gotten, because I was in a situation less than 2 weeks later where I met with somebody and they were just going past, and I asked them if they had time. They said, oh, I do not have time to meet this week. I don't have time next week. I don't have time for the rest of the month. Then I remember what that person said. Try to find out how to say what it is you need to say in 5 minutes. What I did after that, I said, oh, do you have a couple minutes right now? And they said, yeah, I have a few minutes. And so I sat down, and within 3 minutes, I told them exactly what it was I had, what it was I wanted to do, and how it was I wanted to partner with them. And they were on board completely and emphatically said yes. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna need to sit down and do this long 20-minute meeting. But what I did was I had to stop being defensive, stop thinking that I knew everything, stop thinking that every criticism or constructive criticism on what I was doing, my style, what I had planned and prepared, stop thinking that that was an attack on me. Stop thinking that I knew everything, and start embracing the feedback that I was given. And so people give you feedback, and when they do, you can be defensive and they'll stop giving you feedback and you'll stop growing. Or you can embrace the feedback as something that you learn from, even if you don't fully agree with it, even if you think it's totally off basis. Don't get defensive. Instead, learn what you can learn from that situation. It's important to know how to listen so that you can continue to increase your income. In the next video, I'm gonna tell you what to listen for, which is the part 2 to this video. So click on the video and watch.